most comfortable place on the planet is the grave. Nothing hurts, believe me.
Namaste, you're welcome on our channel Shubh Temple. Today we are here in front of you to talk about Sadhguru and how Sadhguru and his teachings is affecting and impacting the world. I'm Shubham Joshi.
And I'm Temple.
Let's start the video. Please, before starting, let's subscribe our channel, like and comment. To talk about Sadhguru. Sadhguru, an Indian mystical, an Indian mystic, the Guru, and it's coming from the South India. He is ashram in Coimbatore, which is very close to Bangalore. And this is our series where we talk about, where we present many different mystics, many different gurus, and you can find all in our playlist. Sadhguru come with the enlightenment. He has his enlightenment journey and he is a very well-known person. He does not need any introduction. We will talk, so let's listen the views of Temple on Sadhguru.
So I think the reason that I mostly admire Sadhguru so much, and especially after, as an American coming to visit India, is that I love that Sadhguru preserves the authenticity of his culture, and yet at the same time he is able to connect with people from around the world. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure, but is he probably even more popular outside of India than inside India, would you say?
Yeah, I mean he's popular in the South India because he speaks mostly English. In northern belt in India we speak mostly Hindi language. At the same time he's very popular among all the young youth of India. He has a lot of, if you saw and if you go to his YouTube, he has more than 11 million subscribers, which is a lot. Yes, he has a cult following in the South India. He has a cult following around the world. At the same time, a joy to listen, a joy to watch. All his, he's helping a lot of people. In the South India, Sadhguru has, where he's helping many children. He's helping people around the South Indian belt. He's a lot of the motives like Save Soil and Kaveri calling, where he and all the people are planting trees on the bank of Kaveri river, which is the great initiative. At the same time, Sadhguru is a very joyful being, and he always talk about inner engineering, which is I love the talk about inner freedom, and he talks about inner engineering, which is very connected. And inner engineering and inner freedom both have connection with each other. This is the reason he's going all around the world and his fame is getting very popular. His most idea is inner engineering. What you can, this mechanism, to know this mechanism, not outside, both this.
Yeah, and I think I really love, I love that he preserves the yogic culture, because especially here, us living in Rishikesh, and Rishikesh, as many of you already know, is called the yoga capital of the world. A lot of foreigners come here, and the one thing is that now it's yoga has become so westernized that in a lot of these teacher training programs, yoga kind of gets a little bit watered down, I would say, just because then people go back to their respective countries to teach yoga. And I understand, because yoga is going to show up a little bit differently, I think, in different countries. I know in America, most people, not all, but most of the people, at least that I've come in contact, our understanding of what yoga is exercise and just asana practice. So I love that Sadhguru shows you in a broader perspective, and that's really what yoga is about. It's not about just the physical body and what you're doing on the outside. it's coming in and doing all this inner work through this breathing, pranayama. I mean, Sadhguru has videos, I think, on just so many, diverse topics so that you can really get a feel for the richness of the culture here. And I love that he can make that connection, even though, especially American culture is so different. He's able to bridge that gap and give a clarity and an understanding. So I really applaud him for that.
Yeah, he has a great kind of approach towards to keep alive the nature of yoga, to the traditional classical yoga. The traditional classical yoga, which means yoga means union. It is not only about the asanas. Yes, it's mostly in the Western world, yoga is taken as modern day exercise. But yoga is not only about the exercise. Yoga is not only the exercise. Yoga has much more to offer. Where Sadhguru is, I think he's able to connect people with this traditional form. He is still keeping alive the traditional form of yoga, Hatha Yoga, classical yoga, which is very wonderful. And his Isha schools are very wonderful initiative of the schools, where he has many different dimensions of his school, and all of his teachings. The most wonderful is inner engineering, and we love that we all become wonderful from the inside. I think this is the motto, that people learn and people realize that happiness comes from inside.
Yes. And finally, I think I haven't mentioned this yet, but I love Sadhguru in the way that I think he brings us together. His energy is very, very warm. I feel like he's very, very compassionate. He allows people to ask open questions on a lot of many different things. It could be about sex, he's very, very inclusive, very warm, and I think that really helps a lot beyond just yoga. It helps us as a collective community around the world, because there's so much tension that's happening, and so I think his energy really eases that, and for people that are really open to explore and to go beyond what their current understanding.
Yes, and it's helping to everyone, to many youngsters, those who are going through difficult time, tough time, and struggling. Sadhguru is like a magical mentor to them. Even they just can open their YouTube and can listen to him. It's helping. It helps if you truly listen. Listening is just not for the entertainment, but really listening. And even if you are listening for entertainment, somewhere the voice comes. It's the throat chakra. You listen, the voice, the music, the rhythm, the energy, and it changes your inner energy. If you listen one mystic for hundreds of days, inside you also changes something. That's why we call the word satsang. Sat and sang. Sangha means you come together, and sat means truth, where true people come together and talking about the truth. So even listening to great people can change your life. So it was all about Sadhguru from our side. Again, in the next video, we will present some other great mystic of the world. Thank you guys to listen and to connect with us. You can reach out to us shubhj39@gmail.com for meditation, mentoring, and art of relationship. You can also check our playlist, in which we are putting mantras, chanting, and all about culture of India, traditional yoga, meditation. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Jai Ho.